Good night, or hello. It is a good night. It's 9:36 p.m. on September the 26th. It's Thursday night. I've been here in the Sabine National Forest since late Tuesday morning. So this is my third night. And it was a really good day. It was a long day. I walked out of the park again. It's the second time to walk out of it. I walked probably about 6-7 miles this morning, and then caught a ride with this guy who he was guiding in this huge barge into the park. You know, he's one of those, oh, what do you call them? They drive out in front of oversized loads, the spotter or whatever. You know, when he was guiding that big truck in, pulling the barge, he honked at me and I got out of the way and it went by. It was really big. You know, it was like a barge, like a boat, huge industrial thing. I don't know what they were doing, but he picked me up on his way back out, and I was thankful of that. He took me to a marina down the road that turned out to not be where I needed to go. I thought they sold groceries, but they don't sell groceries. So then I walked another 3 miles or so, 4 miles. Probably, let's say 3. I don't have a speedometer on my foot, but then I got picked up by a volunteer fireman with a poodle sitting on the console. And he took me all the way into Hemp Hill to Lane's. At Lane's I had a really fat burger. I'm blogging about it too. So this is just my video diary of the day, which I'm going to start doing more often. So I had a really fat burger there, and with really huge onion rings on the side, and it was really good. I was well pleased. Lane's Grocery and Fuel Stop, I think is what it's called, there in Hemp Hill, Texas, deep East Texas. Check it out. It's a really friendly place. They sell gas, of course, diesel, and food and beer and cigarettes and night crawlers, and they have a grill on the side, and they make some really good food there. Really friendly people too. I discovered where the laundromat is. It's right next to Lane's. And then I left town. I walked out of town, and I walked about another 3 or 4 or 5 miles till I got a ride. I walked past the Macedonia church and cemetery, and kept walking, and I got past some detailer that's out in the middle of nowhere, car wash place that there were no cars being washed. And then I caught a ride with Clayton and his wife. You know, and they were really friendly. I've been getting rides from couples a lot out here on the small roads, which I usually tend to find that it happens to me on smaller roads in smaller communities, except for in Oklahoma, small roads in western Oklahoma. A long time ago I did a trip through there on small roads. That was a nightmare. Nobody wanted to even smile and say hi to me. It was like I was the devil or something. But small roads in East Texas and in western Louisiana, nice people, couples picking me up, women picking me up. Not, you know, get your mind out of the gutter. So they gave me a ride all the way to the doorstep, so to speak, all the way to my camp. They were coming this way, I'm all in the area, so they gave me a ride. It's like the second time it's happened. I went into town the other day, sort of. I went to Hemp Hill Barbecue, and I could have just, like, you know, kept going that day into Hemp Hill and got what I needed to do, but I wasn't in a good mood that day. I really wanted barbecue, and I just was so upset when I saw that their card machine was down, and I was like, well, let's just go back and do some fishing or something. And I caught a ride. It took me, it was like, I wasn't even like a quarter of a mile away from the barbecue joint, and I caught this ride from two women, a mother and daughter team. It gave me a ride all the way to the doorstep. So that's great. I mean, every morning that I wake up and I have to go to town, I've had to walk forever out of the park, which is fine because, you know, it's morning time. I've got the energy and I'm into it, you know. And I walk and I catch rides, do what I gotta do, then I come back, and the rides, they're so friendly. They bring me all the way back to where I'm at. And, you know, with that first ride that brought me to the doorstep, they were like, oh, you didn't get any barbecue? We're gonna make burgers. We'll bring you a couple of burgers. You know, and I've had people promise me things, you know, things I didn't ask for or whatever. They're out of the kindness of their heart, they just offer something, and then they never come back to just saying that. It's just something they say, some people. But out here, people seem to be good. I'm sure there's some bad apples, but I'm impressed. They came back. I really wasn't getting my hopes up for burgers, but, you know, I don't know what I want to say here is my thoughts on humanity are changing. I'm starting to believe in the good in people, because I want to believe that people are good. They came back with burgers, and today Clayton and his wife, they didn't promise me anything. I didn't ask for anything. Except for a ride back to the doorstep. Well, later on in the day, I was down at the boat ramp fishing, and, you know, and I was watching the boaters come and go, and I was trying to have some conversation there because I wanted to know about the area. I want to know what I'm dealing with, and, you know, what's under the water and stuff. And some of them were kind of like not too into talking about that to me. It's like I'm asking for state secrets or something. So this one guy comes up, and it's like he just instinctively knew that I'm the one that a conversation about carp will be, you know, fruitful. They start talking about, like, have you ever seen these things they use in the UK? I was like, of course. I'm a course fisherman. And we were talking about how, you know, it's real expensive, and that's why I don't use a lot of it, because I don't have a lot of money for all that fancy stuff. But we were talking about stuff, and all of a sudden Clayton drives up and limbers out of his truck, and his wife is waving at me, and he kind of weighed in our fishing conversation. And we were talking about, by that point, we were talking about Gasper Goo down at the spillway. I wanted to talk to you about something about that, so we're getting there. But anyway, Douglas, I think is the gentleman's name that I was talking to before Clayton came up. Douglas got in his boat and went off to do his evening bass fishing, which I hope I see that guy. I want to know how good he did. He was a nice guy. He's from Kentucky. I learned a lot from him today about the area. So Clayton says, hey, I was just up at your camp, and I left some stuff there for you. And I was just like, whoa. You know, not that I'm broke or anything, or, you know, real needy. When I was hitching back in today and Clayton picked me up, I had some groceries with me. You know, I got some sweet potatoes and some black eyed peas and bread. I didn't want to get a lot because I'm going to be taking off here soon, and Sunday or Monday. There's rain coming on Sunday, and if it's raining real bad, I'm probably just gonna not try to hitch in it. I'm sick of moving in the rain. Everything gets wet and it's a pain in the ass. And I don't want to be stuck in town in the rain. Might as well just stay in the tent, relax, get psyched for that haul. So I'm well appreciated. You know, I appreciate it. He left me up here a pillow, some extra blankets. He said, I know you're taking off here soon on Sunday or Monday, but I wanted to give these things to you so you're more comfortable. He left me a pillow, so I got some extra blankets that I'm sleeping on. You know, had a little pallet here. They left me some stuff they cooked yesterday, some chili that they froze last night. I already ate that. It was awesome. I'm gonna be farting tin up all night. They left me some fruit and veg. Can't get enough of that out here. You know, I take vitamins to supplement my diet, so I have everything in me, but you can't beat fresh fruit and veg. What else do they like? Some paper towels, some extra garbage bags. Oh, you know, some good things that I needed that I didn't actually have, and a really cool looking old Bible. And he wasn't like preaching to me, or, you know, like pounding on the door wanting to ask me if I've been saved and like rah. It's just like, you know, kind of slipping it through the letterbox there, just kind of on the slot, which I don't mind now. I think that, you know, it's pretty cool. I understand where people are coming from like that, but when they're like beating down my door with their preaching, I'm just like, oh, thank you, but no thank you. I'm good to go. I don't really need to have you, you know, yammering at me for 10 minutes about this. I understand, but whatever. It's just I don't always want to hear it. It's not like I'm doing bad things. I've just got other things to do. I don't always have time to listen to people yammering on about Christ and all that, because just don't. No disrespect to you if you like to talk about God and Christ, but sometimes I'm minding my own business, busy doing stuff, and somebody gets up in my face and won't leave me alone. I was like, look, you know, bless your heart, thank you for thinking about me, but I've got things to do. So if you don't mind, I'm going to walk around you and go about my way. That's my only problem with it, is that sometimes they won't leave me alone when I'm just trying to do things. So I'm going to stop yammering here. I'm going to get to the point. I'm prattling on. I've been having a really good time here. It's not that easy to do what I'm trying to do. There's a lot of things in the way. There's no power out here, so I have to conserve my battery. I'm charging the camera right now via the laptop's battery, so I'm running this battery on the laptop down real fast right now, but it's going to good use. Let's see. Other difficult part is obviously I'm way back in the sticks, but that makes it great. And at the same time, the fishing. I make fishing videos, whether you think they're good or not. That's what I do. That's what I like to do. I'm a course fisherman. I'm a bank fisherman, a shore fisherman. So there's a major problem with that right now. Toledo Bend Reservoir is low, very low. There's not a lot of bank access, as I've shown in previous videos. Because the lake is so low, you have a lot of grass growth, weed growth and vegetation, and it blocks you from getting to the water. you know, and some of you may be imagining, oh, it's not, doesn't look that big of a deal, but all around this area, and I've talked to some fishermen, they say it's pretty much all over the lake. You go to the water, and your way is about 6 to 8 to 10 feet of what looks like Johnson grass, and you can't even tell that it's, you know, where the land stops. It just goes right out over the water for about, let's say, 4 feet of it's on the ground, and the rest of it, 4 to 6 feet, goes out over the water. And then in front of most of the grass beds or grass mats is about 4 to 6 feet of thick underwater vegetation. I've already had problems with this. I've lost fish in the weeds. I've constantly been pulling in lots of weeds when I'll come back in with the line, when I bring the line in, when I retrieve. I've lost fish in the weeds, and I can't easily get out there without getting wet and tangled up, you know, my legs tangled up in the vines and the weeds and the grass when I got to get a big fish in. I lost a really big catfish. I wasn't running the camera, I was just like doing a little test thing. Lost him right in there. So I'm only gonna torture myself with the adversity of the situation for a couple more days, till at least Sunday. I might actually leave Monday because of the rain. If the rain's real bad, I'm gonna go somewhere where it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm going to the spillway on the other side. Actually, it's south from here. I'm in the middle of the lake right now on the Texas side, and the spillway is in Texas. We're going to go down to the spillway, and we're going to fish the Sabine, and then we're going to head back into Louisiana, maybe Texas too. We're going to kind of skirt, you know, flip-flop from side to side, and do some stuff in other places in Louisiana, Texas, because I decided that, you know, you never know, I might change my mind too, but I've decided to not spend a lot of time on the lake going to different places if it's going to be the same pain in the ass situation where I'm dealing with just overgrowth of vegetation and grass and I can't get to the water. A lot of people told me that other shore fishermen have given up. It's really a boat situation. So let's go do the river. I was there the other day driving over the dam, and it didn't look like this. Though, don't get me wrong, challenging it might be, difficult it might be, but fish can be caught. I caught some fish today, and I'll catch some more before I leave. And my goodness, I've been yammering on for almost 20 minutes now, and I'm going to publish this and make you listen to me. I'll probably edit some of it out, but I'm in good spirits. I'm doing good. I'm eating really good all of a sudden. Trying to. In the first couple of days out here, I didn't have much of an appetite. I just didn't have one really. I eat a little bit in the morning and a little around noon and a little bit at night. Maybe a can of beans or something. I just didn't have a big appetite. I've eaten a lot today though. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm starting to feel normal, sort of. So, what else is there to say? Having a great time. You should come check this place out. It's going to be hunting season soon. Oh yeah, did I mention that I'm the only camper here? Been the only camper. I have the whole place to myself, except early in the morning, about like 5 something in the morning. The boaters start getting here and launching, and then they'll be in and out during the day. And today was my first day to see people who actually work for the Sabine River Authority of Texas. They were painting a gate. Kind of talked to them for a second, but not very long. They were working, and it was morning time, so I was on the move. Not a lot of people in and out of this park. The funny thing, this morning I was walking. It was the second time for me to walk out of the park. I was walking on like I don't know how to explain, but I was on the last bit of road before you get out of the park. Last bit of road in the park. So I was like, let's say there's a fee area, like a little information kiosk. It was in between that and the entrance, so it was like out there walking. And I look up the road. It's early in the morning. It's like 8 in the morning or something, 8:30, and I see this bit of white coming towards me, and I couldn't really see what it was. It was kind of far, and I was like, "What? Something's coming towards me. What is that?" And I felt like like I was seeing something for the first time. I didn't know what it was. Because I didn't know what it was, I couldn't process what it was. It was a lady walking towards me, and my heart was kind of like stopping. I was like, what is that? Is that a coyote? What is that? She was off in the distance, right? And the sun was hitting her. She had a white shirt on, and all I could see was the white coming. I couldn't see anything else. And then my eyes adjusted, and she got closer, and I was like, that's somebody walking out here. And I was like, I'm not alone. And as it turns out, she was a nice lady. She was walking for her health. And she was all for me, walking to do what I had to do too. It was like, some people, when you're hitchhiking, they say, oh, you need to walk, because they're trying to be an ass to you. But her and I got along because we both agree walking's good for you. Some people feel sorry for you when you're walking on the side of the road, but think about your heart and your body and your health. Don't forget to walk. Hitching is fun, catching a ride's nice. Walking 10 miles a day, every day, it's good for you. I'm gonna shut up now because I'm tired. And yeah, I'm not gonna walk 10 miles tomorrow. I'll just walk a few. Good night.